Coming right back at you. You should watch the Step Podcast. It's your boy Melly World. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Man, go ahead and hit that like button, man, so that, it can circulate, get in that algorithm. And I appreciate y'all. I bet. So we on my boy Fivo Foreign. Now, I haven't really seen or heard, too much of Fivo Foreign. Last thing I really heard about, bro, that was big was when he went on the Blackboy Max stream, him and Lil TJ. And, remember they trying to fight a blunt up in there. Blackboy Max a streamer, so, I think he might have been in like a B&B or something like that. But I don't think it was his personal space. And, I guess, the rules of the B&B was like, nah, no smoking in there whatsoever. So Blackboy Max was like, yo, put the blunt out, right? So, he told him one time before. I think they might have lit it up again. He had to tell him again. Then I think for a third time, he had to tell him again or whatever. And you know how that went, man. They probably felt like they was being tried by a streamer and all that stuff like that. Either way it go, they leave stream, and then, it was like some, playing tough talk or, doing the tough stuff with the streamer and all that stuff like that, man, which, really ain't gonna get no cool points off of that. On top of, if you fancy yourself as a, street dude, man, streamer dude, you're not worried about him. But that was like the last I heard of him. Also, they said he was locked up. Like for him to be locked up, you didn't hear too many people say free him, or you didn't see too many people talk about it or whatever. So I didn't even know that he was even locked up. You know what I mean? And I heard a few people say it was because of the situation him and Lil TJ got into it with Blackboy Max, which is a streamer. You know what I mean? It was a reason why a lot of people, or his fans, or just fans in general, didn't support him or didn't, say free me, like free him, like they do mostly anybody else that's in the, public eye, or in the, that's in that space. You know what I mean? That have fans where they, campaigning for him to be free. Now, fast forward to now, I guess Jim Jones have a podcast now. I haven't checked it out, but I did come across a clip. Shout out to Wayno. You know what I'm saying? Bro drop dope content, man. He keep it straight hip hop, and I rocks with it. So I seen a clip, you know what I'm saying? With him and Jim Jones having to sit down, and the Nas subject got brought up. You know what I'm saying? And Jim Jones, he didn't really want to speak on the Nas situation like that. But, Fivo Foreign being, a younger dude and basically speaking his mind, he basically, said he didn't think that Nas was doper than Jim Jones. So, I guess, I don't know if he was saying that because Jim Jones was sitting in his face or whatnot, man, but we just gonna check this clip out real quick, man, and we gonna come right back.
Just went through with the whole Nas situation and shit like that. You heard, like, it's me being me, but I know how to twist. I do these things to
Better Than Nas. I'm gonna tell you why.
Let's not.
Can I just say why? All right, let me just say one thing. What I feel. I grew up with niggas like Sosa, Gino. And I'm not saying that the man is wacky. He's not a legend. He's been out for years. So I got a song with the nigga, and I got a song on the album. And the album got a Grammy. But I can't sit there and say a Nas bar to you, or a song. I like One Mic, or like a song that's like.
Now come on, Fivo. Come on, man. Shout out Fivo. You know what I mean? I rock with Fivo. But come on, Fab. You from New York. You got songs with Nas. I think that was like the King Disease that I don't know if that was one or two. Might have been one back in, what I'm saying, like 2020, 2021. But you and A$AP Ferg, y'all had the Spicy track on. That was my favorite. That was one of my favorite songs off that off that album. And you think Jim Jones is better than Nas? Jim Jones was trying to stop you from talking on the situation because he already knew, like, man, I'm bugging when I just be doing it. you feel me? I'm tripping. I'm just really trolling when I'm talking like that. And not saying that Jimmy not confident in his rhymes, but he know he's not a Nas. You know what I mean? Nas is a legend. He put it down for New York. You know what I mean? And I'm from the South, so I have no reason to pick. You know what I'm saying? Nas over Jimmy. I'm just going off of what I hear and what I see. Like Nas is definitely better. You know what I mean? And don't get it twisted. When it comes to fashion, having swag and all that stuff like that, man, we was Dipset. You couldn't tell us we was Dipset. To be honest with you, in a certain period of time in that era, I rode to more Dipset music in my life, you know what I'm saying, in my car, ever in my life, like than I have Nas. You get what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean Nas is not better. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, just around the time when I'm, of age to drive, Dipset was popping, and that's what I'm bumping in the ride. You get what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, I don't know if he trolling, because that's what I really want to just say, man, Fivo got to be trolling and stuff like that. But, at the end of the day, he's a younger cat, so he might feel like, but he only like, 34, 35? I'm only 4 years older than Fivo. Like I said, I'm from the South. And I got a lot of little homeboys and stuff like that, from the South, though, that'll probably say, man, I don't know no Nas song. I don't know one line from him, no none of that. You get what I'm saying? But, and that's cool. But you from New York, you got a song with him, you got a song that won a Grammy. And you saying Jim Jones, or did it win a Grammy or was it nominated for a Grammy? I can't remember which one, but either way it goes, it's just special to even have a track with Nas. It's dudes from Nas' era that wanted a track with Nas and never got a track with Nas. Like be for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ask me, Nas is the best New York rapper, you know what I'm saying, of all time, because, and I don't even, that'd be an argument when you say stuff like that, but me being from the South, stuff like that, Nas didn't really bite nobody rhymes, and everybody else, you know what I'm saying, who people might consider the best, have, you know what I'm saying, be a lot of other people rhymes and stuff like that. But Fivo kept going, and we just gonna hear him out, see what he got to say. Maybe he can save himself from what he, from that last clip. But let's check it out.
But I can.
It's just not me.
So, but I understand. So that's what I want the people to know. Like, but I can, cause Nas was my era. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Nas was my era. Like I came up fucking with Nas. Like, we knew. I know the Nas shit. You heard? But moving forward, I started a whole new era and a whole new genre and a generation of people that. You did, but I just be doing me. But I'm just telling you how that was. So now that we on that type of shit. So, who were some of your biggest influences as rappers coming up? Like, who made you feel like you wanted to become a rapper? Who were some of the people that you wanted to dress like? Like, let me hear some of that, because that's the essence of what makes a nigga become a basketball player. What makes a nigga become, like, who was that for you?
I'm gonna keep it real. I was infatuated with Chief Keef in Chicago. The shit was so. It was just like, it was crazy. I liked it. Meek Mills. Pain was crazy. I loved Dipset. Jim Jones, Joel Santana.
Thank you.
No lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was like, we was young. Well,
come on, Fivo. I know. Like, did y'all notice, like, how uncomfortable Jim Jones was when Jim Jones asked him, who inspired him to rap? Who made you want to do this, from the being a rapper to, the fashion and stuff like that. And this man said, Chief Keef. And this is no shot at Sosa, man. Shout out to Sosa. We know them boys, you know what I mean? Sosa got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, youngins running around here, man, in the rap game, in the street. He best believe he captivated a lot of, you know what I'm saying, people doing his, coming out, man, and influence, a whole genre, man, which is drill, you know what I'm saying? But Fivo being from New York and saying that, sitting down with an OG New Yorker that does this music stuff, you know what I mean? It's crazy. So, and then, he said, Dipset, Jim Jones and them, so it kind of made Jim Jones feel a little better, but he just is like, you know what I mean, bro? Like, and Fivo from Brooklyn. he ain't even say J. You know what I'm saying? He ain't say big. Like, you know, what's the crazy thing is though, when it comes to like hip hop music, like if you from New York and you don't know like a Big line or a J line or a Nas line or just certain, I'd be like, man, you ain't really from New York when you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, because I'm from the South and I'm well aware of who Nas is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like what he did for the game and how dope he is. You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of the best ever. You know, that Illmatic, it was written, them shits need to go in a museum somewhere for real, when it's all said and done. Because it's just, bro was really just that dope, man. And it's just, Fivo, and I think he like, what, 34, 35? If so, I'm only 4 years older than him, you know what I'm saying? And I'm from a different region where we got our, you know what I'm saying, our, people who we look at, you know what I'm saying, we got who we look at like as our Jay-Z's, as our, you know what I'm saying, as our big, as, but come on, man. Nas, bro. Nas is way better than Jim, and I'm not saying this like to like take shots at Jim. Like, nah, it's not that. It's just, for what Nas done did and put in the work for the, you know what I'm saying, for New York and with this rapping stuff, man. He is the reason why a lot of dudes wanted to rap, no matter where you was from. You know what I'm saying? So, I think Fivo was just talking. I think just because he was sitting in front of Jim. You know what I'm saying? He fresh home. I don't think he even been home over a month. If he have, you know what I mean? Shout out to him. Glad he's free. But I think just because he was sitting down with Jimmy, he was trying to, more so appease the Jimmy than Nas, who he actually really got a song with that won a Grammy or was nominated for a Grammy. Either way it go, he has a track with Nas, and that's legendary in itself. But you know how it go. It's different, genres, like different age groups, and certain people like certain kind of music. Everybody perceives music in different ways and stuff like that. Cause I do have younger friends, young homies that I ask them, do they know a Nas line? They'll say, nah, hell nah. They probably won't know one song. You know what I'm saying? But that's due to the region we are in though. Like we in the, you know what I'm saying? We in the South, so, they didn't too much listen to, East Coast music, but they might know a little Dipset, if that, you know what I'm saying? My era picked up on, you know what I'm saying, the hip hop game as a whole, you know what I mean? But, it is what it is, man. I just thought that was funny. Fivo, drop you some music, bro. Get back in the, you know what I mean? Get back right, turn back up, man. Cause New York gonna be on you, you know what I'm saying? For you saying that. New York is gonna be on you. They're gonna say you ain't say Big, you ain't say Jay. They're gonna be like, yeah, you tripping. So drop some music, and then they probably, you know what I'm saying, they'll forget about it, you know what I mean? And, go listen to some Nas music, bro. Go learn some, you know what I mean? Couple lines or some bars or something, man. But till next time, I'll catch up with y'all.